Bueno, nada, bienvenidos. Vamos a hacer, hoy tenemos una sesión con 8 pitch de startups, a lo mejor hasta un bonus track con una novena. Vamos a empezar con Caravelo, ellos tienen 3 minutos para hacer el pitch. Nos dará tiempo a una pregunta, pero bueno, luego todos los que queráis, en todo caso, pues estar en contacto con las empresas, nos podéis pedir el contacto que os lo facilitamos, ¿vale? Así que nada, gracias y primera startup, 3 minutos, el pasador de slides. Caravelo, adelante.
Okay, disclaimer, shall we do this in English? Better for everyone. If you guys want to switch to Spanish, we can, okay? So let's go for it. What do? We bring the SaaSification of the airline industry and travel, okay? Now if this works, there you go. This is no news. The airline business went through a total reset, okay? Now the news is that they are not ready for the new normal. Why? Because they have a transactional business model, very price sensitive, and everything is based on human interaction. This is not going to work in the new normal. They cannot keep on having this risk. They cannot rely on predictable demand, and they cannot keep on paying for all their teams. So they have to do something. They have to SaaSify the industry and get all the good things other industries are getting, like recurring revenues, maximizing their lifetime value, as well as scaling their business, okay? Now, the issue is that they have very old systems, that they were not built for developing new, modern solutions. And this is where we come in. Caravelo has a platform that is, first of all, linked to all those horrible systems, reservation, revenue management, all those things. And on top of that, we have all the cool stuff. Chat interactions, recurring revenues, what they need. These are some of the most popular use cases airlines are having with our platform. They are launching subscription programs. So passengers can transact, they can make a booking, they can also subscribe to an airline. Pay every month, fly every month, flat price, okay? Second thing, personalized upsells. Based on the plane, based on the passenger, you will get special offers to post-sale and expand that initial sale. And finally, chatbots that allow them to scale their business at pretty much no cost. Now, this is what we do. We focus on increasing profitability for airlines. And based on our data, we are able to increase by 45% the profitability of airlines. This is a huge amount of money. $3.6 per passenger in a market of 4 billion passengers. So this is the opportunity we are addressing, 14 billion opportunity. Now this is only the beginning because airlines tend to lead the way in the travel space. They came up with a lot of innovations, now they are leading the way with the ones we bring. And this is where we are. We are not at the booking moment, we are at the passenger moment. We take care of those passengers, we cultivate them, we extract maximum value, we keep them for the long time, okay? Some of our clients, everything here, small, big, super big, Australia, Africa, Europe, US, everything. We are here for the industry. We are at an inflection point, okay? So we are doing all the nice things. We are going up market, we have product market fit, and we are growing. Of course, this is the future, but this, it's already contracted. So this is happening yes or yes. The team, right? So I don't have time to introduce you everyone, but among our advisory committee, we have people like the CEO of British Airways, among other people, right? And we also have other team needed to scale. We are looking for 10 million. So if you guys happen to have 10 million, I'll be happy to take it, okay? To make this a real story. If you want to know more, here am I.
Okay, cool. So my name is Michael, and I'd like to showcase what Dieter is about. So I think everyone shares an experience with a big B2C company, such as an energy company, an insurance company, a big telco, where the process for buying something from this company is very fragmented, very slow, and pretty frustrating, right? So this is what I like to call the roller coaster of the spend and low added value that a process, you know, when a big company gives you this kind of experience, which is They invest a lot of money in marketing, which yields typically very low results, and then they invest a whole bunch of more money in their contact center to try and phone you and convince you to buy their product. This is generally the case with bigger companies, right? And so this is a massive problem because we don't like these kinds of experiences. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to automate the process, especially those parts of the process which are lower added value, where a human being is not necessary and where you can defragment the entire process, right? So from the same acquisition channels, we plug in our SaaS platform to automate the rest. And if human intervention is needed, then our platform can also automatically phone up someone from your contact center and involve them only when needed. So this drastically reduces the costs of running these kinds of experiences for the company. Some of our customers have reduced their cost to 90%, and we've doubled their conversion rates. So this is how an experience would look like with Deeder. The same acquisition channels, but we immediately, for example, redirect your customer to WhatsApp, and they have a conversation over WhatsApp for whatever they may need, right? So the nice thing about this is you don't have to ask them for their personal details, because as soon as they're redirected to WhatsApp, which is automatic, and they click on send, you already have the most valuable information, which is their phone number, right? So again, we massively reduce costs for our customers, and we bring way better user experiences. In terms of our competitors, we typically steal budgets from contact centers within the company, so those would be the main kind of competitors that we see. And it's obvious to see that those are very manual, those are very costly. We automate and we go end to end. Then we have traditional chatbots and also omni-channel customer support solutions, which again, they don't automate from end to end. They don't plug into your existing acquisition channels. They don't automate as far as we do, and they don't do the same use cases as we do. So in terms of total addressable market, we have a bottoms-up approach of calculating this, and we think that within the next only couple of years, by expanding only to south of Europe and only to a couple of verticals, that we have validated our hypotheses that we can access those relatively easily. We think it's a 27 million annual recurring revenue market. And that's all I had for you today.
Is there any business angel here? Venture capital? Okay, thank you for having me here. I'm Arnau Navarro, CEO and co-founder of Haddok. We are the first B2B SaaS in Europe that helps restaurants to have a better cost control with artificial intelligence. So what's the problem here? As you probably know, the restaurant industry is a little bit old. It's not very digitalized. So they don't have time in order to have a better control on their costs, as they are very busy attending clients, suppliers, and everything. And so what it happens for them is that they don't have good margins. They have a low revenue model, so they don't have a lot of resources in order to have a better vision of their margins, their revenue. So this is why we create Haddok, that, as I said, is the first B2B SaaS that helps restaurant industry to have a better cost control with artificial intelligence. So how can we do it? It's very easy to understand. So the restaurants, when they receive an invoice or a recipe note, they take a picture, They take a picture with their smartphone. We digitize all the information with an OCR by line item. So we extract product, price, quantity. So we give them these insights. We also integrate with their point of sales, their software for the sales entries. And also they have a BI that says how much are they earning in real time. So with this product, they are already earning more than 21 hours per month and more than 600 euros. So we are now growing super fast. We launched 1 year ago on Saturday, so it's already 1 year and 2 days. We are in 4 countries. Spain is the first one. So what we are doing right now is we entered in Y Combinator 2 months ago. We raised 1.2 million euros, and we are now going to close our next seed round in order to increase, as I said, in LATAM and also Portugal and different countries in Europe. So we are 3 co-founders. We have been creating startups before. We have the CTO, he's a genius one. He can create great softwares with great architecture. Paul is the one that knows about the restaurant industry. He has been managing restaurants here in Barcelona. And well, I'm around. I have created also 2 startups before. So we are a good team in order to create the next big thing. So our vision is very easy, is to be market leaders, to create innovation, and to have to be a strategic partner for our clients and create them value in long term. So,
Ahora.
okay. So thank you for your time. If you want to contact me, I will be available WhatsApp, LinkedIn, whatever. And thank you for your time.
Hello, my name is Manuel, co-founder of Privasee. It's been 3 hours and 26 minutes reading privacy policies. A lot of fun, as you can imagine. That's how long it would take any of us to go over the 20,660 words that we have all supposedly read and accepted only to be in this event. Well, there are laws like the GDPR, which require companies to be very transparent about the data they use and give people the right to control their information. But there is a problem, and it's the fact that SMEs really struggle to comply with the GDPR. And that's because they find the process confusing, expensive, and time-consuming. Now, to become compliant, companies first need to understand the law and how it applies to them. Then they need to map the data they hold and what it's used for. And finally, assess risk and create the right policies. Now, this is extremely inefficient because companies have to repeat the process whenever new types of data come in, which means that they have to spend about 330 hours and £45,000 a year if using a consultant. Now, Privasee is able to automatically help companies save thousands of euros a year and comply and work on their compliance as they grow. Thanks to a simple questionnaire about your business, our platform understands your company's requirements and generates legal documents. These documents are documents that generates legal documents that fit your business, change as you grow, and keep compliance off your mind. All in under 1 hour and for less than 55 euros a month. The reality is that there is no need for a lawyer here. Thanks to our database of over 300 vendors and more than 3,500 AI legal recommendations, our platform is able to understand the requirements of each business. And automatically is able to, on one side, understand where you hold data and what it's used for, and make sure that both your systems and those of your vendors are secure. With this information, the platform is able to give you complete visibility over your data flows, which means that it can help you identify potential risk and that it allows your team to automatically be able to answer requests from customers and stakeholders. Finally, the platform is able to generate documents like a privacy or cookie policy along with the GDPR certificate automatically. These documents are easy to share through a privacy portal directly on your website and are automatically updated if there are any changes either in your business or in the law. We're operating in over 15 countries, working with companies of all sizes, and the support of institutions like CaixaBank, Plug and Play, or Startup Bootcamp. So if you're tired of spending countless hours and resources on policies that fail to create trust and quickly become outdated, then feel free to sign up using the QR on screen or visit www.privasee.io/MWC to take compliance from a pain to an easy gain. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon everybody. My name is Xavier Palomer. I'm the chairman of Amelia. A week ago we were called Sayus, so you might know us as Sayus. Having said that, Amelia is the leading virtual reality platform for mental health professionals. Why mental health? I mean, since COVID, mental health has become, is it better now? Mental health has become a top priority, right? We have all suffered from this kind of issues. Actually, 18% of us are suffering this kind of issues, but since COVID, this has become a top priority in healthcare systems worldwide. So we need ways to help people suffering of these conditions. And virtual reality is a very good candidate.
Pero.
No. Should be closer to this. So Amelia is in the intersection of mental health, as I said, a very big problem, and virtual reality. You probably have heard, or you can look at most of the booth around the metaverse, right? Since 2 or 3 months ago, VR has become another very interesting technology, and Amelia today is in the intersection of mental health and virtual reality. Very interesting tailwinds. Virtual reality is a technology that has been around for a very long time, and the clinical evidence, as you can see on the screen, is super strong. Hundreds of scientific publications demonstrating that VR can help patients. But it's not just about science. VR is also bringing a very interesting value to the table, both for professionals and patients. Our system can be used or covers all needs from today's therapies, all the way to face-to-face sessions, to remote, to homework, prescriptions or recommendations, all the way to repos. So explaining therapies and patients how they evolve throughout the different sessions. The company today, it's growing quite fast with customers in, a lot of countries. And not just growing in the number of customers, also growing in terms of revenue. We are more than doubling our revenues in the States the last couple of years. And of course, what we are more proud of is, and that's why we are called Amelia, we are crossing the Atlantic. Flying, we are closing the Atlantic, following Amelia's Earhart. So we are going to conquer the States from Spain. Nothing else. Please visit our booth and try the VR if you would like to.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name is Miquel Subirat. I'm CEO and co-founder of StockAgile. It's hard to believe, but nowadays there are still a lot of brands, retailers, wholesalers, distributors that are still running their business like in 90s. While their customers are on Amazon, Zalando, buying online in Instagram stores. And to sell to all these new channels, they have to spend a lot of time updating all their processes, updating all their catalogs, prices, stocks in all these new channels and online campaigns. So they are spending a lot of time to do it manually. And apart of this, they are using generic ERPs that are not thought for their business. A lot of processes, they have to do it manually or using still Excel. Processes like deciding the prices in a sales period or creating purchase orders depending on the pre-sales. And that's why we created this ERP. It's an ERP specific for retailers. It's a software as a service to manage, optimize, and automate all their processes. And not only this, we want to help them to sell more. How? We manage to help them to run all their multi-stores, all their franchises. If they have a point of sales, pop-up stores, we can connect their business to e-commerce, marketplaces. We help them to manage all commercial agents, showrooms, etc. Depending on the customer, we have different modules, from the inventory management, online channels management, until the retail and wholesale. And we even help them to manage all the raw materials in production. We have been growing the last year from 15 customers to 130 customers. Our customers use a lot of the software. We have been doing a lot of transactions. Only the last month, we did more than 30,000 orders using our POS. These are a couple of screenshots. In this screenshot, actually, they did this more than 30,000 orders the last month. And to summarize, our value proposition is we are an ERP specific for commerce companies. We have all this end-to-end product life cycle. And we are the best unifying the online channels with the offline. When they receive something from the providers, we update all the online channels. When they sell something in their stores, we update all their online channels. The market is huge in Europe and in Spain, almost 6 million companies only in Europe, and the 98% are medium and small companies. The business model is by subscription, depending of the kind of company they contract one or other modules, and we adapt a little bit depending of their needs. We have huge customers in Europe, but not in South America and here in the south of Europe. We have a great experience working in IT consultancies, development software for retail companies and in retail companies. And now we are looking for our seed round. We want to raise 2 million euros to start growing here in Spain and growing also in South America and the south of Europe. Thank you very much.
Pues yo voy a llevar un poquito a la contraria y en lugar de hacerlo en inglés, lo haremos en español.
Muy bien.
Más que nada porque lo he preparado en español. Pero si queréis puedo traducir al inglés sin ningún problema. ¿Qué es Volava? Volava básicamente es fitness conectado para el hogar. Lo que hacemos es llevar esos entrenamientos que podrías tener en cualquier gimnasio, de spinning, boxeo, etcétera, a tu casa, en directo, en vivo y bajo demanda. Con Volava lo que tienes, o el punto a favor que nosotros damos, es lo siguiente. Poder empezar a entrenar en casa da mucho palo. Es muy duro, estás solo, cuesta muchísimo. En cambio, con Volava no estás solo. Primero, tienes un entrenador en directo que te está ayudando a progresar, te está ayudando a mejorar, pero también tienes un concepto de gamification. Tienes gente a tu alrededor, aunque no los veas, que están contigo durante la sesión en la app, con lo cual vas viendo cómo ellos van progresando, cómo tú vas progresando, si cada vez vas a mejor, no estás nunca solo, con lo cual empezar cada día a entrenar es más sencillo, más fácil. En Volava somos una empresa que trabajamos verticalmente, desde el software, pasando por el contenido y acabando por el hardware, con lo cual todo está integrado y podemos ofrecer a nuestros clientes una experiencia completamente 360. Parte de nuestros productos sería la plataforma.
Igual si te acercas un poquito más hacia el ordenador, por si acaso.
Vale. Parte de nuestros productos sería la plataforma, donde puedes encontrar todos los contenidos y el acceso a todos nuestros entrenadores en 4 idiomas diferentes con entrenadores nativos y más de 60 clases en directo a la semana con acceso a más de 2.000 clases bajo demanda. Con lo cual, si a ti no te va bien entrenar a las 8 de la mañana porque hay una clase, pues no hay problema, a las 11 de la noche, como es mi caso porque tengo 2 niños, entreno y puedo seguir desahogándome. La otra parte de nuestro producto sería toda la parte de la gamification, teniendo a tu entrenador en persona, que te va a estar conectando contigo. Tú vas a estar en la clase en directo y dirá, hey, Adrián, no lo has hecho bien, hey, vas manteniendo. Obviamente, si hay 100 personas en la clase, no puede hablar a las 100 personas, pero sí está en contacto contigo. Tú no estás solo, tú sigues para adelante. Tenemos a nivel de contenido 10 disciplinas diferentes que van desde el indoor cycling, que sería el spinning que todo el mundo conocemos, hasta clases de boxeo, estiramientos, yoga, cardio hit, running. Tenemos clases de bajo impacto para gente que no puede hacer alta intensidad, pero también tenemos clases de extreme, porque tenemos varios entrenadores que se dedican a hacer triatlones como el Ironman, etcétera. Luego tenemos todas nuestras piezas de hardware que están súper bien valoradas por todos nuestros usuarios. Voy un poquito rápido para que no se me agoten los tiempos. Y hoy por hoy tenemos más de 1.600 suscripciones, que cada suscripción tiene unos 5 usuarios aproximadamente, que hacen una media de entrenamientos de 2 a 3 entrenamientos por semana, con lo cual nuestros usuarios están enganchados, siguen allí. Y eso es algo que también agradecemos y es muy importante. ¿Por qué siguen allí? Porque no estás entrenando solo. Y ese es el punto a favor. Es el gimnasio, pero el gimnasio en tu casa. Y es algo que hace que podamos marcar la diferencia. Otro dato muy interesante es nuestro churn. Básicamente el 80% de nuestros usuarios sigue con nosotros después de un año. Y siguen. Nuestra suscripción no es una suscripción como Netflix de 9 euros al mes, sino es una suscripción de 40 euros al mes. Y eso es un punto a favor. Y esto es todo, y así se lo hemos contado.
Muy bien, pon un Volava en tu casa o en tu vida. Yo tengo una pregunta, ¿nos puedes hablar un poquito del modelo de negocio?
Sí, básicamente nuestro modelo de negocio es un modelo de negocio basado en la suscripción, Tú si te suscribes tienes acceso a todas las disciplinas en las cuales puedes participar, entrenar o incluso compartir los diferentes usuarios. La otra parte del negocio, por eso somos un negocio vertical, es la parte del hardware, en la cual nosotros te proporcionamos un hardware conectado, IoT, donde todas las métricas se irán subiendo a tu plataforma y tú podrás ir viendo el progreso y cómo vas mejorando o te vas estancando o te vas conectando.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es José López, soy el CEO de Wideum y vamos a empezar a hablar de botellas. Pero no una, ni dos, ni tres, sino cientos, o miles de botellas que pasan en línea por minuto. Estamos dentro de una planta, de una enorme, de las muchas que hay, planta embotelladora. Imaginaos grandes y sofisticadas líneas de producción a las cuales vosotros sois los responsables de producción. Estáis al mando. Y eso de las 3:45 de la mañana, de la madrugada, que siempre pasan estas cosas, es ahora, ¡pum!, todo para. Toda esa línea de producción parada. Y no sabemos qué ocurre. Solo sabemos dónde, pero no sabemos qué. Sabemos que esa máquina ha parado y ha parado toda la planta. Así que en ese momento entramos en pánico. Nos tiramos de los pelos que no tenemos y sabemos que por cada minuto que pasa estamos perdiendo miles y miles de euros. Pero hoy es cuando recordamos que, felizmente, tuvimos la genial idea de contratar una de estas, tal que, pulsando un botón, nos conectamos con un experto que está en la otra parte del mundo y, gracias a este dispositivo y a nuestro software, nos convertimos en los ojos y en las manos del experto que de forma remota y en tiempo real nos ayuda a diagnosticar y a resolver esa avería que tanto daño nos ocasiona. Este experto puede dar soporte a nuestro técnico gracias a el software que nosotros desarrollamos y hace posible que estas gafas se conviertan en una herramienta de teletrabajo. Y esto lo conocen bien nuestros clientes, más de 250 clientes de tamaño mediano y grandes compañías en Europa, en América, Latinoamérica y en Asia. Tenemos algunos ejemplos como Amazon, Cepsa, Comexi, ThyssenKrupp. Veamos, por ejemplo, lo que hace Comexi, un fabricante líder en maquinaria de packaging, con nuestra herramienta. Lo utiliza para ganar dinero. Lo utiliza para prestar un servicio de after sales a sus clientes. Entonces, emplea nuestro producto justamente para diferenciarse de sus competidores y con ello ganar dinero. Veamos, por ejemplo, lo que hace Amazon. Amazon conecta 20 de sus grandes centros logísticos entre sí para darse soporte técnico con 20 de nuestras unidades en Estados Unidos. Llevamos 4 años en esto. En estos 4 años hemos ido creciendo de una forma consistente, consolidada, constante. Hemos encontrado el fit en nuestro producto y nos hemos demostrado que hemos encontrado el segmento a quienes interesamos y que somos capaces de ser rentables. De hecho, desde el 2019 llevamos 3 años encadenados con EBITDA positivo, superando el break-even desde hace 3. Entonces nos encontramos en la situación, en la tesitura de decidir si ya hemos contrastado nuestro modelo de negocio y funciona y somos rentables, podemos seguir creciendo a un ritmo orgánico con nuestros propios recursos, nuestro cash flow, o bien acelerar. Y en Wideum hemos decidido acelerar. Queremos consolidar nuestro crecimiento en Europa y acelerar nuestro crecimiento en Estados Unidos. Y para eso hemos abierto una ronda de 1,2 millones de euros en la cual les invitamos a los inversores que estéis interesados en subiros en nuestro barco. Muchas gracias.
Hello, everybody. Let's talk about software and let's talk about the speed of the software. If you think of the software that is behind our digital devices, software is growing in complexity and is growing in size. And this is making things much more difficult for the average developer who is really the engine behind the digital revolution that we are living today. Think of the connected car. The connected car has more than 150 million lines of code for the car to be on the road and drive safely without crashing while driving the car. Essentially what this means is that the professionals, the developers writing the software that is going to be embedded in the connected car need to write software that is reliable, that runs fast, and that takes advantage of all the performance available in the hardware. This is where Appentra comes into play. We are building a new software tool, a new software platform called Parallelware Analyzer that essentially makes performance a first-class citizen for developers, going far beyond backcatching, security, or compliance with coding standards, for instance, for the healthcare market. So Parallelware Analyzer is the first platform that really enables to shift left performance. It's the first platform that really enables developers to write C++ code that runs fast and that runs correctly on modern multi-core hardware as well as on modern new AI specialized chips. So how do we do it? We have a B2B software subscription sales model. We are selling software across many market verticals, where you can see that many of the solutions that are built using our software are available in our connected cars that we have on the road. Our key competitive advantage is our new AI engine that is specialized in performance. And this is clearly creating a new market and expanding a new market that already exists, like static code analyzers not specialized in performance. Our market size, the software development market is really exciting. It's really growing very fast and is incredibly vibrant today with many mergers and acquisitions going on. For instance, our main competitor in Germany was acquired by Xilinx, which was acquired by AMD, which is the main competitor for Intel Corporation in this kind of devices. We already have initial market traction. Last year, we tripled our revenue with key reference markets worldwide in China, in the US and Saudi Arabia, just to mention a few of them. And essentially, our sales strategy is based on a land and expand approach, using both direct sales, we sell directly in the US and Europe, and both partnerships in territories like India, China, Japan, or Greater China that really has barriers in terms of language, in terms of culture, so we need to overcome those challenges through local partners that really know the market. Our team, we are 14 people and growing. We have more than 20 years of experience selling static code analyzers in the world, with the last incorporation to our team, Harry Haley from the US. And essentially, we have the tool that can make really grow the market of static code analyzers specializing in performance. In our last round in 2020, we closed our round with Armelar Fund and Caixa Capital Risk. And now we are have opened a new round of investment where we are looking for a leading investor that really understands our business, our market, and really wants to make us take Appentra to the next stage, to the growth stage. If someone is interested, please join us. We'll be really happy to tell you more about our project. Thank you.
So thanks for taking the time. I'm going to talk about insurance, and basically we will talk about embedded insurance. So what is embedded insurance? Actually, we define it as bundling the insurance offer in any product transaction, in any purchase or services that you can do. So what we have developed basically is a platform that enables this process, okay? So we go forward, sorry, it's me. We know that there is a market of trillions. If you are considering how many transactions can be done in internet, in the online, in a purchase or service platform, and how many of them can be bundled with an insurance, we are talking about thousands, millions of operations that can be bundled with insurance. What we are doing, we are providing the possibility, the platform that enables this process. Insurance seems really complex. The language is complex. The companies dealing with them is really complex. So what we do, we have streamlined the process. We have enabled the companies, the retailers, the insurers to allow the possibility to distribute in this channel market. And how do we do that? Because the partners, the retailers are really interested in boosting the value, in understanding what is the element of the insurance adding value to their customers, and we can do it in a very easy way, with no code, with no IT implementation. This is a solution that is fully omni-channel, so the platform is supporting the distribution through call center, e-commerce platform, and even point of sale, because it's a real plug-and-play proposition where we are embedding the technology in the insurance product as well. We are currently working with several companies that have been already integrated in the platform, so we can partner with different insurance carriers, like those ones that you are seeing here. And we are already partnering with some companies that have understood that the solution of Weecover is enabling them to sell insurance in any of their transactions for any kind of product. So as you can see, we can distribute household insurance, pet insurance, electronics, payment protection, whatever it is. And the competitive advantage we have versus other companies is basically what we can do it in a very short term. We can really do it in 2-3 weeks. So there is no IT code implementation. So no the company nor the channel partner, they have to go through a process of implementing IT. We are offering the plug and play proposition, so everything is already done. And we are joining the channel partner in any of the geographies that they are operating and for any of products that they want to sell. So this is a pure distribution supporter. So our business model is basically a revenue share model. So out of any policies that we are selling through the platform, we are getting a commission from the insurance company that we are sharing with the channel partner in those markets where we are operating as an intermediary broker, like the case of Spain. But we can also use the platform as a software as a service, where we are then offering the platform to the retailer or to the insurance carrier, and then we are taking a fee out of any of the operations that are going through the platform. So we were selected as the most scalable startup in the previous South Summit in 2021, and at the same time we got the award of being the most the selected company for top insurtech and fintech in 2021. So what we have done up to now, we have partnered with many companies as channel partners that are trusting Weecover to do the business. So companies like SEAT, like FNAC, like Xiaomi, like PC Componentes, that are today partners of Weecover. And this is really bringing us with the evolution that we are seeing in our KPIs, that we are partnering with more than 25 partners right now, and growing on policies on every quarter. So this is allowing us really to go through an exponential growth in the next months. And this is what I wanted to tell you. So thanks very much for the time.